Check the audio. Yes, okay. All right. Welcome everybody to this live trading session. My name is Pedro Mejias, and this is Nailing FX with the order flow. Before we begin, let's read the disclaimer. And the following video clip demonstrations are for educational and instructional purpose only. Tradewithufos provides this video purely for the purpose of demonstrating a method of using the products. The user understands that all the content used in the video is purely for demonstration purposes only and is not a guide and does not provide any indication or prediction of actual results. As a user, you understand and agree that hypothetical results obtained to the demonstration do not indicate in any way the result you may receive on using our products. All right, welcome everybody. And right now on the screen, you can see my emails, pedro@tradewithufos.com. If you have any question after the session, or you're watching the recording, you can send me an email there. If you are live here, you can always use the chat. Hello, Elio. See your message on the chat. Hello, everybody. Okay, today, as always, we're gonna trade the euro because it's the asset I trade using the order flow, and we're gonna be looking for opportunities today. And the first thing I always do before beginning my trading session is look at here on the FX3 website or the rates, okay? And I choose the euro, okay, as the present euro, and I look how strong or weak is the euro against all the other currencies. Okay, this way I can know, for example, if you see the euro dollar going up, you may think, oh, the dollar is strong, or yeah, you can say that the dollar is strong because the euro is going down. But in this case, we can see that, for example, today the euro is weak all over the other currency basket. So we can say that the euro is weak. Maybe the dollar is just average or performing normally. We don't know. I haven't checked that. But here we can see that the weak currency, in this case today, is the euro. Okay, so this is one of the tools I use to pick up like a bias. Okay, where's my directions going to be? In this case, if I'm looking at this, I will more likely to be selling the euro today. All right, the next things I will check out is the here on TradingView using the UFO application, the UFO indicator, and the climate indicator here. I can see in the 5-minute chart, which is the pretty close to the way I look at the market, because I look at very short term, okay, because it's what I think that is most likely you are able to predict something in a very short period of time. So let's go find the euro and see how it's going. It is for June. Okay, all right, here's the euro. And as I was saying, I look things a very short term because it's what I believe I can have, some kind of control of, or maybe trying to predict what's going to happen. It's harder if you go for a longer time, like an hour or 2 hours or 4 hours a day. I mean, that's just for me just most close to guessing than to look at what's actually going on. Okay, so I prefer to look at very short term. In this case, I'm looking here when I look at minutes, it will be around 5 or 2 minutes. It's a chart I will be looking at. Where as we can see here, let me change the candles because there are Hakinashi candles, normal candles. We can see how the euro actually is going in a downtrend. Okay, we can see this is the volume average, this white line, and I can see it's below the volume average. So we can say that the delta has been negative. through the session. I can check that out. In fact, see how the delta through the whole session is, and say that it is exactly negative or positive. Okay, depending on which trade had the most volume. But overall, I can see that it's below the volume average. So I will definitely go selling the euro. Okay, and also we can see here on the climate indicator, which is just indicate whether it's a downtrend or uptrend. We can see that it's red, and it has these circles here, this dot that are bigger than these blue ones. Okay, so it's like confirm that we are in a downtrend here. This in this case, as we are trading a very short term, it's not that important. I will take more consideration of the average on the volume average that is below the volume average, and also the rates where I can see that is negative all across most of the other currencies. All right, that's a very strong indicator for me. All right, now let's go to the chart and see what we can find today. Let's switch to candles so you can see, just like we saw on TradingView. Now I'm looking at in my trading platform. Okay, and what I would like to find is an opportunity to get into the selling side, right? I won't be selling here because, of course, it can continue to go down. But you can see it's very close to the current low of the day, so it's going to have some resistance going down further from this point. You can see how it's starting to go up a little bit. So I need to find an entry, and I can see, for example, here. Let me just highlight it. Highlight these areas because it looks very interesting. Let me show you this. You can see these two yellow lines, right? And what is inside. You can see how the price rotate up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down a lot in this area, right? If we look a little bit further, we can see that it happened the same, but a little bit higher, okay? The day before, nothing, okay? So we just are trying to figure out where to put our entry today. So we can see this rotation here, and then we see how this candle break out from these rotations. Okay, break out on the downside, then went a little bit up, and then continue to go down. So also you can see the liquidity here on the right side, which are the pending orders in the market. Each of these orders, they have a number on the right side, which are the quantity of lots that are pending to be filled here. Okay, these are pending orders only. So I will look into these breakout candles, which look pretty interesting because it's very strong. You can see how large it is, and then it has what is called an imbalance. This red line shows me the imbalance. Okay, so I'm gonna highlight this candle in particular. I'm gonna go into the cluster so I can see what's happening inside each of these candles. Okay, I think what's this one. So I want to go back and see exactly the time of the candle. It's 13:18. So I can just go to that candle. Here it is. Okay, this is the one. Let me just put a little bigger for you. Okay, so this is the candle that I'm interested in. And I'm going to check out the volume inside this particular candle. Let me just draw. This is the volume inside the candle. Okay, I will take both these candles. You can see here there are 0, 0, 0, 0 because there was no trade here. So the price jumped from this point to this point right here. where 93 lots were sold at this point. Okay, that's like a gap here. You can see it's a big gap. Okay, so the interesting points here are always the gaps. This gap is very interesting. Okay, because at some point it's going to be filled, but we need to look at what is about this gap. Okay, if we have enough volume to hold the price long enough, so we can also get out of the trade. Okay, so I will. You have to, according to your money management, think on how many orders are you going to put in, right? I usually put in between 3 and 4 orders with different lot size, of course, depending on the risk I'm willing to take at the moment. And right now, I'm just gonna take three lots, but I'm gonna draw where I want to take those lots. So this is one point I like because it's a gap. Okay, you can see it's a volume gap in this huge candle. There's another one I like, and here, remember that all these zeros, they're probably gonna to get filled pretty soon. Okay, so we have these 3 areas that are pretty interesting. And we can see right, you just saw what I put the first line. And we can see this red line here is the liquidity, okay, that is available there. So it's orders that are pending right there at that spot. So I'm gonna put my first order here. So it's gonna be a sell limit. Okay, it's gonna be my second one. It's gonna be here as well, in case the price, just go higher, and this one here as well, because our gaps that I want to expecting to be filled. Okay, these gaps. And once I got my order triggered, I will try to get out as fast as possible. All right, looking always at the liquidity that is gonna be found behind my order. Okay, I don't have a liquidity map here. Let me check on the other chart because I need to see is there any resistance or support that will avoid the price to go any higher or lower. Okay, so on the liquidity map, I can see, see if I can detach this chart so I can show it to you. Okay, I think I got it out. Okay, here's the chart. You can see here this green lines and blue little lines, red. These are the liquidity that has been printed over the chart, okay, during the session that I have been trading. You can see here, I traded today, these 3 entries here. Okay, you can see I was selling and I got out here on this area. Okay, this was my trades today, which was very good, very successful. So we can see there is a liquidity print here. Okay, so this is gonna work as a resistance on the way up. So I think gonna be safe in here because we have these red dots. This one here as well is nearby our entry. Let me just put our entries in the chart as well. Just give me a second. I want to get our entries show on the chart. Okay, now let's see. Okay, we have the entries now here on this other chart where we can see the liquidity map printed during the time I have this open. So you can see this is our entry, okay? And here, right about our first entry, you can see this is our entry, and here, this red dot are the liquidity that was printed before. So a lot of orders has been put here at this price, and you can see that actually is happening right now. That gives me some, protection if my order is triggered here, price will likely go any higher than this. Okay, it might go to this level. Okay, if this one is broken, one is filled with all this order, the next point will be this one, which is right below our second trade, and the last one is this one, this red dot here, that is below about our last entry. Okay, so this will be like our last protection zone here. And about that, we have some liquidity on the top. We have see this liquidity below ourselves, our entry. But before that, we need to wait for the price to actually get back here. Okay, right now it's trading on the lower of the day, and we have to be patient and wait to see if actually the price it will come here at some point. Okay, unless it continues to go low and low and low without any any correction of the price. You can see here below here how many orders are pending here. So this is going to be probably the lowest it can possibly go, because there's too many orders here to be filled, unless they are taken out. Okay, because everybody can take an order out, just like we have these pending orders here. We can just delete them and they will go away, same as these guys who have 200 orders pending right here. Okay, remember guys, if you have any question, please, you can use the chat. Okay, you have the chat there. You can type me anything. I will be happy to answer you guys. Okay, the price is going up a little bit. Let's see if we can get it to our entry. Let me just get this back here where it doesn't bother us. Okay, I want to show you something that is the let's see if I can detach it. Okay, it is attached. This is it's like a resume of what's been going on during the day. Okay, and we can see here's the price, the volume at each price. Okay, the trades that were made at each of these prices, how many sellers, how many buyers, and the difference between them. Okay, this is called delta. So this is one of the things that I would always like to see before starting to trade, is how the delta is. In this case, we can see the highest volume is this one, 2,767. There were made 1,350 trades at this price, 1.17600. And most of the trades were on the selling side. Okay, you can see here. The difference between buyers and sellers is 253 negative in this case, because it's on the selling side. So this is one of the other factors I take into account when choosing my bias, okay, which is selling in this case, because I know that at this price there was 1,300 contracts sold, mostly sold, okay, 253 more than buyers. So that makes a big difference. It will make a real support or real resistance, whatever you want to call it, because that's how actually support and resistance are built. Okay, if I would like to find, for example, where are the resistance here, I will just order this by delta, and I will know where are the most difference, the most sellers, at which price are the most sellers. I can see which price are the most buyers, and I can identify where they are, okay, just by looking at that. But I always like to order this by volume, so I know exactly where everybody's doing, what everybody's doing, or most of the people is doing, in which direction they're doing it. Okay, so I can see here that at this price there were a lot of sellers, more than buyers. So that's very, very important in this case. Another thing you can see here, for example, in the liquidity, we can see how many orders are pending in total. Okay, in the whole market, we can see 6,370 something on the selling side and 6,723 on the buying side. So you can see there are more liquidity on the green side because actually when these people are, buying, people are buyers, right? There are buyers waiting for their orders to be filled, and they need a seller to sell them that order. So when a seller fill these contracts, these pending orders here, and they complete, let's say the ladder or the ladder of prices here, the price will move down. And the other thing, the other way, on the upside, all these guys are selling, right? But they need a buyer. So when people buy these sellers, the price will go up. Okay, I can show you that also by looking at the depth of market. Let me just show it to you here. Okay, this is the depth of market. Here you can see, let me go to demo account. Here you can see exactly what I just explaining to you, how the prices, how the price are actually move, why they go up or down. If you don't know that, that's basic market mechanics. And what it does is, for example, we can see here on these guys are selling, right? These guys are selling. These are the sellers. You can see how many lots they are selling here at each price. Okay. And if you are an aggressive buyer and you take all these 64 lots that are pending here, you will move the price one tick up and so on. Okay. Every time these contracts are consumed or taken, it will move the price up and up and up and up. Okay. Until it cannot take anymore. Nobody is interested in buying the whole price ladder, and it will go to the buying side here. So they need sellers. These are buyers, okay, but they need sellers. So when somebody sells to these guys and take the whole offer here, the whole price, the whole price ladder here, it will move the price down. Okay, so that's how prices go up and down. Okay, it's all done by traders. All right, that's how it works, how markets works, and that's order flow. Okay, that's how order flow is how you see how the orders are going through and where are going through. Okay, in this case we can see sellers and buyers that are not non-aggressive. They're just waiting there for their orders to be filled, and there is the aggressive part. Okay, so the aggressive part of the market is the one that actually fulfill all these pending orders and move the market up and down. Pending order does not move the market. You can have a million orders, million lot here, and it won't move the market. It's just gonna be there waiting for someone to actually move to action and take those contracts. Okay. So what actually moves the market are the traders that are being aggressive at that time, okay, at that given time, and take all the liquidity available. Right. That's what actually moves the price up and down. Okay, we can see now how the prices are actually moving a little higher to our entries. Let's see if we can see that pretty soon. We have like 15 minutes left. Hope we can see something there. If you have any question, please use the chat. Okay, as always, I will answer you there. If you're watching the recording and you want to have access to the tools, you can always send me an email at pedro@tradewithufos.com. You want the UFOs and the climate indicator, you can get it here in tradewithufos.com/Pedro as well, okay? So we can see how now it's moving closer to our entry. Okay, we're looking at the clusters here. These are scanners just like this one, but we can see inside of them how many contracts are being traded at each price, okay? Volume, let me tell you something, volume trading only works if you're looking at volume at each price, okay, at each price. If you look at volume in horizontal way, like, okay, this candle has a lot of volume, it means absolutely nothing, because you don't know at which price actually that volume was taken. Okay, it's important to meet these two parameters, volume and price. Okay, you need to know price and the volume at each price. That's why I showed you the uh, this tool here. Let me just bring it back so you can see it again. All right, the order prices, because we can actually see where is the highest volume at which price, how many buyers, how many sellers. Okay, and that's important information. That's having an edge on everybody else that is actually not looking at this. Okay, they don't know. Many people just look at candles and that's it. They don't look at actual data. Okay, they just look, empty candles, and they try to figure it out where to put a trade, where to put the exits and stop loss and everything. Just they are being blindfolded because they don't see where are the pending orders. They don't see how many trades are being actually happening at the time. Okay, because we can see that in real time and see what's happening actually at each price. Okay, we can see how many buyers, how many sellers are now interacting with the market, and we can take action if there are many styles of trading this. Okay, I just showing you one of the most I would say reliable one and more quiet ones as well, because you just look at the gaps on the volume and wait for that gap to be filled and try and getting a fast exit on the next liquidity zone. Okay, that's what I'm doing here. It's very simple, but very powerful too. Okay, it has a very successful rate, and you can also trade the imbalance. For example, as you see here, a big trade on whatever direction it is, you may trade on that direction just in real time and get out very fast. Okay, you can see the imbalance, you can see the big trades, the lot side there, the trading. You can see everything here. For example, here you can see this 106 buying, then 236 and 227 at the same line here. All right, that moved the price high here in this area. So you could just bought at market and get out as soon as you saw the red numbers coming. Okay, that's another way to do it. It will be more aggressive, more like what is called scalping style. But you can do that as well. I mean, there are many ways to trade this information, but I think it's the only way you can actually see what's going on. Okay, just by looking at candles and the price, you won't do nothing. All right, you will be trading blindfolded. But with data, you can actually know how many traders, how many pending orders are here, who is losing money, because we can see this guy, for example, that is selling here 68 contracts, and the price didn't move any lower. He's in trouble, right? He's in trouble. Like these guys, they thought, oh, this is going down again because it went back up. This is the opportunity to sell, but you can see how it's still coming up, and it's getting pretty close to our entry. I move a little bit lower now, but it's gonna get there. And when I get there, the first thing I'm gonna do is check where is gonna be my exit. Okay, because probably it's gonna be pretty close to the next liquidity area here on the green side. I will look for the big pending orders, and I'm gonna be about that because I don't want to risk my trade not to be able to go through all these pending orders. Okay, so I will look also for a little gap in the liquidity on the buying side. Okay, I will look for that gap. Always about any large amount of contracts, because I know that when the market finds a big amount of contracts, it takes sometimes to go through it. All right, sometimes it doesn't, because it's an opportunity for big traders with lot of money to get into the market and get out of the market just by using that liquidity. But we're gonna use it as well, but as an exit point. Okay. Let me know, guys, if you have any questions. Let's see if we can get this trade going. We have 10 minutes left. Let's see if we can do it. And remember, if you're watching the recording, you can send me an email, pedro@tradewithufos.com, anytime. Will be next Tuesday as well in the tradewithufos.com Nailing FX channel. Or just go to tradewithufos.com and you will find there the schedule for the live sessions. And I'm live every Tuesday, right? You want to see more of my trading style. If you have any question, you want to get access to the software, just send me an email, pedro@tradewithufos.com. Let me know what you need, and I will help you out. All right, you can see 109 buyers here. Very good. Let's see if this can actually move the price higher, or this guy is gonna be in trouble, because if it doesn't go any higher, it might start to go low again, meaning that this guy is gonna be trapped. But let's see that we have sellers here, buyers all across here. They're moving the price a little bit higher now. You can see a little bit of range in this area and this area as well. When it's breakout, it will probably touch one of our entries. This one most likely will have 106 pending orders at the top, which are gonna be kind of like a resistance, right? Gonna try to maintain the price below our entry. Matt, I don't know what are you telling that I'm going too fast? I don't know if that's what it actually means. You can always watch the recording. Let me see. You have a question? Let me see the questions. Just give me a second. Check out the questions. Okay, now I see the question. Okay, that you are new in Forex. That's why. Yeah, well, you can always see the recordings and how many times you like. They are posted on YouTube, and you can take your time there. One advice to the new traders I would like to give is something that you will or may not get in time, is that you need to focus on one asset. Okay, I've been trading for more than 12 years now, and I've been trading one asset, most two assets during these 12 years. Okay, only two assets I've been trading for 12 years, and this is the only way you can get like specialized in what you're doing. Okay, you go all over many currencies, or commodities or stock, whatever you trade. You go through many things. At the end, you will get nothing, because it's very hard just to follow one. Okay, just focusing in one asset, and you will be good. You will be good at that asset. That's what is most important. To be good at something, be the best that you can be at something. So focusing one thing, one asset. In this case, I focusing myself in always on the euro, and I know when I see something strange happening in the euro. Otherwise, I won't know that, okay? Because if I all over the place looking at different currencies, I will know nothing about all of them, okay? I will just be all over the place. So that's why one advice from me to you is that focus, focus in one asset. Other thing, focus in one time period. For example, you're gonna trade 2 hours a day, 1 hour a day, do it always at the same time, like your job. Okay, so this is your job. Just go to your job at the entry time and get out at the exit time. Okay, no more trades, no more look at the charts after that time. Okay, Alex. So which asset do you focus on? I only focus on euro right now. I used to trade crude oil for many years, but it became a little weird when he fall the last year. So I stopped trading crude oil. So only now I only trading euro, even though I know the crude oil very well, but I don't know, I don't feel it like it was before. So I just stopped trading it, and I only focusing myself on the euro because it's very familiar. I mean you can see very easy what's happening with the euro. You have news, you have everything available. Uh, you may know which countries are looking for euros. Companies, that China, for example, is buying to euros, so they need to exchange currencies to pay, or to exchange their currency with this coin, and that's something you can easily follow. Okay, so focusing in one, whatever you like. I like the euro because it's the one I like. And well, see now how close the the price is getting to our entry. You can see how right now the liquidity is moving higher to the next entry. You can see here now it's a little bit higher to the next one. Remember that we're trying to see how the gaps are going to be filled. Okay, these volume gaps. Now it's getting really, really close. We're probably about to get filled. It's almost there. Remember, if you have any question, you can ask. All right, we have just a few minutes, or we can get the trades. It's almost there. It's very close. Alex, are you about to go short? Can you link to the chat? Yes. As I said in the beginning, I always look for first I look at which direction I'm going to buy before even looking at the charts. Okay, that's the first things I do is define my bias. What's my bias gonna be? And today, according to what I saw, I was going to sell the market. Okay, sell the euro. And just for recap, we have like 2 minutes. We're almost there for our entry. I look at the rates, the euro rates, Alex, that you came a little bit late. I look at the euro rates so to see if the euro is strong or is weak against all other currencies. And I can see, from the euro, from the dollar and GBP is actually negative during the session. A few of them are the euro is stronger, but mostly are negative. So this is one important factor here because it's telling me that the euro is actually weak. Okay, that's one of the tools I use to check out if I'm going to sell or buy. Okay, we're just a few ticks away from our entry, but we have not much time left. Have like 1 minute, and I don't know if we're gonna be lucky enough to see the entry. You can see here, if we get filled right here, we have these 125 pending orders here on selling, all right, selling orders here. They will probably move a little bit higher to the next level, all right? We have these three levels, and this liquidity is gonna be moving each time the price get higher, okay? Because they don't want this to be filled. They just put it there as a signal, okay, as a message for somebody, all right? You can see how it is here, still here, 125 pending orders, but they will probably move a little bit higher at a time, okay? And once I get in, what I will do is look at this liquidity here, down here, and I will look for an exit. For example, here, 104, 125, I'm gonna be about here, okay? Probably here is gonna be my exit, maybe a little bit higher, because this will move higher as well, but never lower than the next deviation of the volume average, which is this blue line right here, okay? That's gonna be my limit, okay? Well, we are at the top of the hour now. We time's up, guys. And well, hope I can see you next time. And remember, you can always send me an email at pedro@predicted.com. If you want access to the software, have any question, okay, I will be there, answer all your questions, guys. All right. So thank you, guys, and hope to see you next Tuesday, either in YouTube or here in FX Street. All right. So goodbye, guys, and well, let's see.